We're here at the South Bank Centre for the preview screening of Skins Season 4, and we are not alone. So what are you expecting for Season 4?
A lot of drama.
Everything and anything.
Yeah. Hopefully like a roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
We like a bit of angst. We like angst.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Before it all kicks off, we sit down for a quick chat with the cast of Skins.
It's a lot more isolated.
Yeah,
especially
exactly.
from Pandora. She distances herself a lot.
But even
from the group.
I reckon even everyone's ep individually is
It's much
very
more about them.
it's very individual. Like last year, you got a feeling that okay, it's the gang, but we're going to focus on this character. But the gang are going to be there or thereabouts. This series is more, you know, they focus on the character, and it's more that character personally, as opposed to that character in the group. So you'll see where the stories take the characters personally. It sort of goes the other way from college life and the circle of the Skins.
And I think there was so much drama that went on last year that
Repercussions again.
they can't all stick together and be friends because there's so much awkwardness between a certain amount of people. So if it kind of that affects it a lot as well.
It's better this year because they didn't have to spend all the time, most of the time, introducing people. Because now, hopefully, most of the audience watching it will already know who everyone is, so they don't have to waste time saying, this is what this person's like and this is what this person's like. It just concentrates more on the people and the relationships among the group.
And it's much more like consequential, like you see what happens if you keep living your life a certain way. And also, like I think a lot of the characters in the beginning were quite stereotypical, or quite, you know, not really, but kind of a little bit. And then this series you get to see why they're like that, rather than just being like, oh, she's the tart, or oh, she's the like whatever.
There's still Freddie, Cook and JJ, but there's also there's JJ and Thomas. How did the
I don't think Katie ever really was a big part of the group, was she? I don't think. Well, I think this season she's got too much on her plate to worry about which group she's in. Like she's got so much stuff with her family going on. She's not really got time to see them much, I don't think.
It starts off really nicely. Freddie and Effie are in love, and it's all very happy and it's all very nice, and then it all gets messed up because of Freddie.
No, that's a lie. Because it's not Freddie's fault. But like she said, it is. You know, everything's really happy and kind of stuff. They're madly in love, but it's short-lived, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's short-lived.
Unfortunately.
It's short-lived, unfortunately.
There's still he's still Cook, but where he sort of settles is a really nice sort of midpoint where he's considerate, which you saw with Naomi a lot of the time in Series 3. There's that relationship. You see that defined, and he just finds a very decent point to settle at, which is still funny, still comedy. Like it's still decent, but it's just more decent to spend time around as opposed to a nuisance.
What do you like about the show?
How it portrays teenagers today, but exaggerates it more.
And who's your favourite character?
Naomi, definitely.
Yeah, so who are you here to see today?
Yeah, Lily Lovelace.
It's basically like at the end of the last series there, you see them kind of skipping off happily, and then you assume that they've had like a happy summer together, which I think they did, and then you come back to them as kind of a fully fledged couple, and in this series, and then kind of their relationship progresses and like things unfold and stuff, and it's just about them being a couple. Katie just gets more adult, grows up, stops being so fake, I think.
I think JJ becomes similarly to the last series. He sort of becomes a more well-rounded person. I mean, in the first series, he was trying to be normal. Now in this series, he's sort of seeing that actually being normal isn't all it's cracked up to be.
And no one really is.
Yeah, no one really is. That's it.
She's become a lot more like accepted that she's fine on her own. She doesn't necessarily need to impress people or be friends or be funny. She just gets on with everything and has to deal with stuff on her own now, I think, and she's matured in that way.
Thomas is, let's say, less naive. Like when he first came, he was sort of happy to be here, thinks England is great, this, that, and the other. Whereas this series, he's sort of taking it more into his stride and thinking, okay, this isn't what was advertised. This isn't as great as I thought it was going to be. Takes a more realistic stance on the whole situation.
Effie's kind of gone from the powerful, mysterious thing she was at the beginning, and now she's just completely messed up, and different and kind of in love and hurt and confused and scared. And I think she's becoming more of an emotional teenager now. I think she's sort of opened up a lot more. She's not the Ice Queen anymore.
Yeah, Freddie's come. Yeah, he's come. I think Freddie's come a lot further in terms of his kind of approach towards things. I mean, in series 3, you just saw Freddie kind of sit back and just do whatever. But now you feel, now he's got what he wants and what he's always wanted, which is Effie and Cook to kind of just sit back and let things happen. He feels that he can just express his feelings a bit more and talk about, he won't just let things happen. For instance, he'll just kind of say, listen, this is wrong, we'll sort this out, let's do this or that and the other. So
I was really impressed with Cook, like his attitude towards it, because you can get all bitter and get a little bit pathetic with it all, can't you? You can sort of lose your inhibition with it all. So yeah, no, he's quite admirable the way he goes about it, in my opinion. I hope you feel the same, otherwise I've completely misplayed it. But yeah, he's more respectful. He's learnt lessons from before then, which he was referring to there on the boat, episode 10. So there's all that. What was really cool for me though is this guy's journey for 2 years. So like with most film, you've only got like a set amount of time to play a character for. Like that varies obviously, but with Cook and the rest of the characters, we was able to develop the whole of the years, just as I was myself. Like 19 started when we were 17, or me personally did. So like myself, I was growing up. I was also playing this guy, going through similar. So yeah, no, that's yeah, the maturity anyway. Like you get if you can play that anyway, if you can take note of it, it's just beneficial to learn from, really.